We're all looking for happiness, right? But what if the whole way we think about it is a little off? What if the path to actually feeling good isn't about chasing joy, but about building discipline? I know, it sounds a bit strange, so let's dig into it.
First, let's talk about our default setting. If I asked you to imagine what happiness looks like, what comes to mind? For most of us, it's a feeling we're always trying to get to.
And this really nails it. We think happiness is just a string of positive emotions. The goal becomes pretty simple then. Get more of the good stuff, avoid the bad stuff. We're basically on a mission to feel good all the time.
And that ideal life? It often looks something like this. A life of total comfort, zero difficulty. We imagine that if we can just engineer our lives to keep all the negative feelings out, then we'll finally be happy. But what if that very act of avoiding them is actually the problem?
This is where the actual science of well-being comes in and just completely flips that idea on its head. It suggests that our constant search for comfort isn't just a little misguided, it might be the very thing that's keeping us from feeling truly well. So here you can see the two approaches side by side. Our gut instinct is to run away from difficult feelings. But the science? It points to something totally different. Real well-being doesn't come from running. It comes from learning how to just sit with our feelings. Yep, all of them. See, when we're always trying to avoid the tough stuff, we actually give it more power over us. The goal isn't avoidance. It's about building capacity. And that capacity, that ability to sit with our feelings, it's not something you just have or you don't. It's an active skill you have to develop. The source material calls it a discipline. And we're not talking about gritting your teeth and forcing yourself to be happy. It's more about training a new kind of inner strength. So what is this emotional discipline? Put simply, it's the ability to feel something, anger, sadness, anxiety, without having that automatic knee-jerk reaction. It's about creating just a little bit of space between a feeling and your response to it, a moment of just being present instead of instantly reacting. Think of it like this. The goal isn't to stop the storm of feelings from happening, because it will. The goal is to become the calm center that can just observe it. You notice the emotion, you see it, but you don't let it sweep you away. And look, this isn't some magic trick, it's a practice. It's a muscle you have to strengthen over time. Okay, but this is more than just some cool theory, right? It's a practical tool. And to really see how it works, we have to connect it back to our own lives, because that's where this idea really comes alive. So, I'm going to leave you with this question from the source material to really think about. Which emotion are you spending the most energy trying to avoid? And what is that constant avoidance actually costing you? Answering that for yourself, well, that's the real first step in the discipline of happiness.